And also keeping a close eye on your forecast. Still some rain in the forecast for this evening, but higher chances heading into tomorrow. I'll be breaking down the details and the timing coming up.
It's
5:07 now the time, and a pleasant surprise on this Wednesday night. Temperatures taking a slight dip. Emphasis on slight. We are in for some steamy hotter weather, though. Let's get your forecast now with meteorologist Jennifer Lambers. Jennifer, I still can't believe it's not even 80.
I know. The little ticker there at the bottom, it said 78 degrees. That was going to be courtesy of some of those showers moving through. However, not everywhere is beginning to see some of those cooler temperatures. Really just dependent upon your location. Some areas still well into the 90s. But a look at conditions across the southeast. Still active for portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, central to northern Alabama, and here locally we can start to see some of those showers and storms turning just a bit more active for some areas. Seeing some of that beginning to fire off closer towards Okaloosa County, right there on I-10 near Crestview. We are tracking some of those showers and storms earlier closer towards our Mississippi counties, just on the south side there of Browntown, on the east side of Lucedale. Some of this beginning to push into Mobile County. So Citronelle, you're likely hearing all those rumbles of thunder, but the majority of that staying further south, closer towards Gulf Crest, Chunchula, down towards Cushla. Very active with some of that thunder and lightning. What was moving earlier closer towards Seven Hills, look at that, completely dissipated just about an hour ago. These were active storms on the Mississippi side tracking east, and now they fizzled out. Over Mobile Bay also, we were seeing some of those showers earlier turning quiet, but a nice view. A little stormy out there from our Navigator Credit Union camera at the Battleship. Those winds out of the south, those temperatures now beginning to warm back up quickly, already feeling like the upper 90s. I'll talk more about your forecast though and timing out tonight's and tomorrow's rain chances. That's coming up in just a little bit. Well, taking another look at your traffic conditions out there. We're seeing some sunshine there on the eastern shore. Traffic moving smoothly for this portion of the Bayway, but quite a few sticky spots in case you're going to be traveling closer towards I-10 on the Mobile side. Really starting to notice some of that ramping up near Wallace Tunnel. Zooming in just a little bit closer, I-65 looks great. No concerns out there. It's going to be closer towards Wallace Tunnel, and as you're trying to get onto the Bayway, even from Africatown Bridge and through Bankhead, that's where we're really starting to see some of that congestion building. Both directions seeing some of those delays on the Bayway. The Causeway, though, looks fantastic. Going to be your best bet for this evening. And those drive times in case you're heading out the door anytime soon. Bayway moving at around 14 to 15 minutes. It's not terrible, but look at that speed, closer towards 30 miles per hour. Back your patience for this evening. The good news, we'll start to see some of this clearing out closer towards 6 o'clock. I'll keep you updated throughout the rest of the hour.
All right, Jen, thank you. A refugee.
Taking another look at your forecast and a live view outside down in Orange Beach, and it's nice, it's calm, it's quiet. Still a few folks getting out there and enjoying it. The water conditions look nice despite seeing some of those breezy conditions out there. Those winds sustain the constant wind speed closer towards 15, even 20 miles per hour from what we were seeing earlier. We might just see some of that reflective tomorrow with some of those higher wave heights coming into play. But look at those temperatures, 90 degrees, high humidity has a feeling more like 98 at this time. And also, once we look at the water temperatures, it's 89. So think of the air temperature, 90 degrees, really not the most refreshing feeling out there, getting much closer towards that bath water. But Rip Current risk, the good news, staying low heading into tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. That surf height hopefully going to stick around that 1 to 2 foot range. But as always, be cautious. Know the name of the beach you're located on, where the closest lifeguard stand is. But hey, heading into tomorrow, the Blue Angels have another show. They had breakfast with the Blues earlier this morning. Tomorrow's show, it's going to be later on in the afternoon. Looking at some decent conditions for it. It's going to be your Pensacola Beach forecast. Mainly just starting to see those temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Some partly to mostly cloudy skies out there. Hopeful that the majority of the rain chances for tomorrow will come later in the day and stay further inland. So in case you're heading down towards the Blues, in case you're visiting us, don't let those rain chances concern you just because it's summertime here on the Gulf Coast. We have rain chances every single day. It's really just dependent upon where they pop up. Now later on for this evening, still keeping some of the rain chances possible out there. Temperatures falling to the lower 80s once we get closer towards 8 o'clock. Waking up tomorrow morning starting off in the mid 70s, still a little muggy out there. But your sunset and sunrise time, sunset this evening in Mobile 7:58, 7:54 in Pensacola. Sunrise heading into tomorrow just a little bit before 6 a.m. in both spots. But as we do take a look at our future cast heading into this evening, still the potential for more of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Really wants to bring in the majority of that coverage closer towards our inland spots. Washington, Clark, Monroe, Conecuh counties later on for this evening. Turn quiet just a little bit after midnight, waking up with some cloud cover for tomorrow. And then by the afternoon, that's when we're going to start to see more of that rain coverage beginning to ramp up. It's really closer towards 2, 3, 4 o'clock that we start to see some of that rain coverage beginning to appear. Highest chances coming into play closer towards the dinner time hour, so 6, 7 o'clock. Some of those could be a little stronger. Those heavy downpours, frequent lightning, gusty winds. But that's all courtesy of that heat, that humidity working together. And we'll only see more of that. Daytime highs, upper 80s, lower 90s. Almost a broken record with our forecast. Feels like temperatures closer towards the triple digits, and this only continues for the week ahead of us. We are stuck in the summertime pattern. No major fluctuations. We warm up a little bit heading into the beginning of next week, but I'll talk more about your forecast. And hey, another chance to see the International Space Station this evening. I'll have more details on that coming up in just a little bit. And also keep in mind, you better get to that boat launch at about 4 in the morning that day if you want a spot out there. Going ahead, taking a live view outside. We're checking in on Orange Beach, southern Baldwin County. Conditions look nice out there. Plenty of sunshine. A lot of folks coming in and out of Perdido Pass right there. But just a reminder, it's a great time to go ahead, download the Fox 10 weather app, especially in case you're going to be heading to any of the Blues festivities over the next few days. Last year, we had some not so good weather. We're rooting for good weather this year, but just in case you do have any questions about what's going on, we do have a radar option built in, plus also a 6-hour future cast. So if you head out there, you see some clouds in the distance, you want to look ahead. If you just press in the bottom right corner, it says past. If you click it, it says past plus future, and that way you can go ahead, drag along and run through the next few hours. But let's go ahead and take a live look at what I'm actively tracking out there. And I'm just starting to see some of those showers and storms. Things improving for northern Mobile County. Still just seeing some of those isolated showers closer towards Satsuma, Gulf Crest, Citronelle, down towards Georgetown into Millertown. But a lot of that moved into Baldwin County there. But also things active on the Florida side. Look at that. Closer towards Auburn, down towards Dearland, Crestview. You're likely still hearing all of this. Very active, some heavy showers, a lot of thunder and lightning. And even then, if you're not seeing it, you might be seeing some of those dark, gloomy clouds. The live view over downtown Mobile at Government Street. Traffic at a total standstill there for Bankhead. So keep that in mind in case you're heading out the door anytime soon. Slow going heading into Bankhead and also for Wallace Tunnel. But also keep in mind those rain chances continuing over the next few days. Higher heading into tomorrow evening. And then we resume more of that summertime pattern of that 40% chance by the weekend. I'll break down your forecast a little bit more coming up in just a little bit. Lenise, Cameron.
You know, school is out for the summer. A lot of camps going on. Indoor too, in case you need to beat the heat.
That is exactly right. Between the heat, the storms that we have to deal with, it's best to always just be flexible with the plans. They don't always have to be inside or outside, but also finding those ways to cool down.
Absolutely. So what's your go-to cool down? Is it a cold beverage or is it a fan?
It depends what I'm feeling. If I can make it at pool.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why didn't I say that first?
or dependent upon the situation, I might just put on the sprinklers out in the front yard too. It's whatever you can find. You can get creative with it, but a pool or the beach in the early season.
That brings back memories running through the sprinklers.
See, isn't it the best? It's always one of those good things. We love doing it for our daughter too. So just something to keep in mind. It doesn't matter how you're doing it. Just get them wet, get them cool, and stay hydrated too with plenty of water out there. Now taking a live look outside over downtown Mobile from our Navigator Credit Union camera at the Battleship. It's beautiful out there. Look at that sun slowly beginning to make its way setting out there. Just a light breeze with those winds out of the west, closer towards 10 miles per hour. Feels like temperatures still toasty, feeling like 94 despite resting in the mid 80s out there. And I mentioned it not too long ago, heading into tonight, you have another opportunity to view the International Space Station. This time it's going to be close closer towards 9:08. So set that alarm, set that timer. Make sure you head outside with the kiddos. That visibility time looking closer towards about 6 minutes. It will be appearing closer towards the west, disappearing towards the northeast. That max height only about 26 degrees, so it's not going to be super high up there, but you mainly just want to look for that bright light of one single one as it's moving through the night sky. Something to check out heading into this evening. I'll have your reminder at the top of the show coming up on Fox 10 News at 9. Now, timing things out on our Futurecast, we start off for this evening, still anticipating the potential for more of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms heading into this evening. 10, 11 p.m. looking likely for our inland spots. Then after that coverage begins to fizzle out. We turn quiet overnight, starting off tomorrow with just some of that cloud cover out there. Offshore showers possible closer towards the late morning, and then that's when we're really going to start to see the rain coverage ramping up. By 2, 3 o'clock, it's a little isolated. The majority of the coverage coming into play, however, right around dinner time. So 6, 7 o'clock. That's where we could possibly see some of those stronger storms, some heavy downpours, frequent lightning, gusty winds possible within any of them. But once that sun begins to set, they still lose some of that fuel and begin to fizzle out. Forecast daytime highs tomorrow continues to stay hot and toasty around what we should be seeing this time of year. Upper 80s, mainly those lower to mid 90s, but taking the humidity into account, feeling much stickier out there. Upper 90s and the triple digits. Taking a look at our beach conditions. Low Ripka risk heading into tomorrow, Friday, by the weekend and into the early part of next week. It's going to be looking beautiful out there. And then checking in on the tropics. Things are calm and quiet out there. No new tropical development expected over the next 7 days. That includes the Atlantic, the Caribbean, the Gulf waters. However, a heads up, the CPC, the Climate Prediction Center, does have the Gulf waters highlighted for a very low, less than 20% chance of tropical cyclone development. But look at the timestamp. It's going to be July 16th to July 22nd. So that falls outside of that 7-day range. It just means, hey, heads up, something to keep an eye on. But we are approaching closer towards mid-July. It's warm out there with the Gulf waters. Regardless of anything, we need to be on high alert. Just heads up. As always, we'll keep you updated. No concern right now, just something to be aware of. Here's what I'm tracking over the next 7 days. That summertime pattern is here and here to stay. A little bit of a warm up to start off next week. I'll have a final look at your 10-day outlook coming up in just a little bit. Cameron.
What would you do, Jen?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Maybe make loud noises. I think that would be my... Try and steer it away.
I would just open the door and just
right?
shoo it out.
But hey, take it by the horns, literally.
That I would not do.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and take a final look at the next 10 days. And our summertime pattern continues here on the Gulf Coast. It is here and it is here to stay. No major fluctuations. So you can go ahead and pretty much anticipate what every day is going to be. Maxing out lower to mid 90s, feeling like the triple digits, pop-up showers and thunderstorms mainly in the afternoon and the evening. Just make sure that you drive carefully out there. If you're working outside, stay hydrated, take breaks.
Yes, good advice right there for sure.
Keep yourself properly hydrated.
Yeah, lots of water.
We'll see you guys later for the news starting at 9.